According to Rush Limbaugh, lesbian farmers are invading. They're invading your town, specifically the red states. On his radio show, he says, here comes the Obama regime with a bunch of federal money and they're waving it around. And all you got to do to get it is be a lesbian and want to be a farmer and they'll set you up. He later on his radio show says, they're going after every geographic region that is known to be largely conservative. They never stop, folks. They are constantly on the march. Now, his comments were in response to the LGBT Rural Summit series, which is awesome, by the way. And the USDA, what they did is they set up a number of different events. This one that he's responding to took place in Iowa. It was on August 18th. And let me read you a little bit about Rural Pride. So the Rural Pride campaign put on by the USDA, this is from their website. They say here, each series will offer a unique opportunity for USDA and other federal agencies to share information relating to policies, programs, and services that exist to protect, promote, and strengthen LGBT rural communities. Issues ranging from rural housing loans, community facility grants, and bullying will be discussed because they know that same-sex couples don't just live in metropolitan areas. So this is awesome. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Here I come, red states!
Brokeback Mountain was a conspiracy.
More like hush,
Oh,
Limbaugh.
You told him!
Damn! Take a
Really
seat.
bad.
Damn!
Okay, here's what I'll say about
This is so bad.
Yes, but wait.
Okay.
Is it
it's
though?
also-
Is it any worse than what Rush Limbaugh says on a daily basis? Just showcases how fucking intolerant he is.
To take Rural Pride, which is such an awesome summit series and initiative, and to somehow make it sound like that lesbian farmers are like invading red states is just crazy.
Okay,
crazy.
but a little bit true because I literally 6 hours ago got a wall post from my girlfriend. And by the way, we don't post on each other's wall too frequently. So when we do, it's like a thing. Like she really wanted me and potentially other people to know that we were talking about this thing. She says, "Can we sign up for this and finally start our farm?"
It's amazing.
With a link about it. And then it has 14 likes. And my friends are like, I've been waiting for this.
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
God,
everyone
maybe
is like,
he's
"Are you
right.
Going? Well, no, there is the point about this is there is truth that, of course, there are farmers and there are people in rural areas that are same-sex couples and they need outreach and they need help. So it is the reason why they have this initiative is to reach those people.
Yeah, and
so,
lesbians love farming.
Yeah,
Are you like, who do you think were the women like that were plowing before, the spinsters and whatnot?
Yeah, they
like
were.
the ones that were like, it's Sophia and her friend Josephine, but they're friends. They're not married. They're just friendly living together.
It's like the chicken
homely.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal season 2, or was it season 1? The redhead.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like they're gay, and like there is. I don't know why it is this way, and we could go into it for a while, but lesbians, there is a stereotype that we like camping and being outdoors and nature.
flipping houses.
And I
What?
actually haven't heard that.
What? I think you're confusing that with I don't know.
No, I've heard that a number of times. Sorry.
Okay, but right, sure, and cars and whatnot,
Lesbians
and
love
like
flipping
that,
houses.
those sort of
I
grounded
forget what lesbian. I think that's part of Margaret Cho's
I
comedy.
love that.
Margaret Cho.
I love
flipping
that.
houses.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
I'm gonna look
okay.
at Grace in a totally new light now. It's like, yo, Grace, what do you think about this house?
I couldn't lift up a house if I wanted to, and I know that that's not what flipping houses means, but it was a bad joke.
Yeah.
So I know.
I'm throwing
sorry.
up.
I'm sorry.
We're substituting you for Eric Andre for life. You were so bad.
But what I'm just saying is that these sort of more like grounded, earthy jobs and activities, for whatever reason, have appealed to the lesbian community for a while. I totally understand that. I don't know why it is. Like, is it like, get away, men, we're going to the farm? Like, I don't know why, but that is true. And I think that I really do celebrate this initiative. And fuck Rush Limbaugh.
I agree. This initiative is super important, and there's so many statistics. I don't have them in front of me. That there's so many statistics that talk about the discrimination, of course, about against the LGBTQ community, but even more so in these rural areas.
Right.
So you can imagine that because they're discriminated against or they're not offered certain jobs, especially it said specifically transgender men and women of color, if they're not offered jobs and they need help. Again, this is an assistance program to help people that aren't getting a fair shot, like some privileged people out there, like a lot of us are. So it's important to make sure that there is outreach, especially in these rural communities. And Rush Limbaugh's just overlooking all of that. And instead, he's fear-mongering.
He's not overlooking it. He's looking directly at it.
He doesn't
and
like that
using
they're
it
getting
to,
help.
Exactly.
Right.
He's using that to extend his platform and just like you said, fear monger to his millions of people that listen to him and are terrified that, secretly they might be gay or a lesbian or their daughters might be that way. And it's really unfortunate that, like you said, that a program aimed to make these, communities of people that have been that have faced adversity for so long feel more at home and find jobs in these rural communities, in these conservative communities, and then he takes that and then he wants them to further still face adversity in the places that they live, that they can't, be themselves.
Yeah, and you know what I like about this initiative too, and that I think is really powerful, is that a lot of times in these states or in these places or all across the world where people maybe are intolerant towards the gay community or the LGBT plus community, it's because they haven't really had a person-to-person interaction with someone of the community.
It's a great point.
And I think that this does promote that, just to show that that you can be queer and just be a total person also living your life. Sometimes there's when you have hate speech, like what Rush Limbaugh is perpetuating, is you take the humanity out of someone. They are other. They are different.
Right.
And what I like about this program is that it is inclusive, and it's not like, and the farms will be rainbow colored. Like, it's just them, having an honest living with dignity. And I think that, we need more things like that to expose people who maybe are not familiar with the LGBT community, just to see that, like, I'm not so scary. And we don't want anything different than what you have. Equality is just that.
It's like, do you want lesbianism to taint the cow milk?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
In the dairy farm.
I think that this is good, because I think that
great.
it will promote exposure, and just through exposure, I think breeds compassion and empathy, and that's
You just
all that we're
want
looking
everyone
for.
to be a lesbian. Rush Limbaugh knows he's onto you.
I want Rush Limbaugh to be a lesbian.
Ew.
And I think that, given what he's wearing these days, he's halfway there.
And I love how Rush Limbaugh is like so quick to like condemn the LGBT community and like say that they're like immoral, and that especially when it came to, if I recall, when he had his rant like a couple years ago when it came about having like same-sex marriage.
Yes.
When this guy has had like 9 marriages. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's a lot. It's like 7, 8, or 9 marriages. So you're the last person, buddy, to be talking about like marriage.
The sanctity of marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, sit down, says Sam Shocker.
Yes, I'll take it. All right. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.